What's going on there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Msss Anomalies channel. Guys, I haven't been around for about a week and a half, and the reason for that is I had a death in the family. It was my stepdad. His name was Joseph Trudeau. He was 70 years old, and I hate to use that term stepdad or stepfather, only because I feel any man who steps up to any family, who has 3 children, wants to bring them up and, be a dad to them, to me is a dad. The only reason why I'm using that term is because my biological dad is alive and well, and I'm tight with him and everything else. So I had to, show the difference. It wasn't my biological. But to me, this guy was a good man. I loved him. He'll be missed. I just can't say it enough. Anybody who's ever known him, they just loved him. He was funny. He was smart. He was doing, heck, this guy's been working since he was 13, 14, doing small engine repair. So you got to give him props for that. Worked hardcore all his life. So, like I said, he'll be missed greatly. But I just want to let you guys know why. Okay, on a brighter note, I wanted to give you guys a small token of my appreciation. I'm up to about 1,415 subs, somewhere around there. I think I checked that this morning. That's where it was. So just to show a small token of my appreciation, I've been wanting to do this for a while. I'm just going to give away some T-shirts with this banner you see on the screen right now. I'm going to give those away, and they look like this. So I'm just going to give I don't care if you live in the United States, Guam, China, Ho Chi Minh Trail. I don't care where you live. As long as you got a P.O. box or a legit, mailing address, you'll get the shirt. I don't care. I'm going to give away one a week. It'll be on a Wednesday. I think, like I said, you guys have been sticking with me since day one. Yes, like I said, it's a tiny token of my appreciation. Figured I've been wanting to make these up, and I think the other guys are going to be doing the same thing, which good for them. They should. I've been thinking about this for a while, and, so there you go. And what I'm going to do is, just to make it fair, this is the way I'm going to do this. I've got all the names in here, and this was insane, guys, because doing 1,415 people, you can see I'm going to move the scroll bar and see how slow it's moving, but look at the names on the left, how it's just going on and on and on and on. Okay, what I had to do was simply just I cut and pasted all the people from my homepage, and I pasted them into like notebook kind of thing. But the problem is, let's say it says Mike D right here. Over this would say thumbnail, which would be your picture. And underneath would be your subscriber numbers. So in other words, if you have 0 or 4,000, doesn't matter. So I had to get rid of the thumbnail, and I had to get rid of the number of whoever you had for subscribers, leaving you just a name. I had to do that to 1,400 people. But you guys are worth it to me. So again, there's just a ton of people here, guys. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to take this here, and I'm going to all I do is hit this random name, and a name will come out here on the bottom. And I will show you that just to make it fair. Okay? So, now as far as the guys, I call them the Mars team. Any one of these 6 guys or girls that want their own T-shirt, just let me know. I'll send one to you. Because to me, this is the Mars team. And I've been telling you guys about I think it was 2 weeks ago, somewhere around there, that both Mark over at Truthseeker and Amazon KC, these guys have been doing a phenomenal job. I just watched both of their videos, their latest videos. Fantastic. Casey, she's hardcore on this. This girl is like unreal. She's on fire. So isn't Mark. Check these videos out, guys. Any one of these, like Nikki over here, she goes by the Wraith Woman. She's just getting reacclimated. She just moved, and she's been having, to get pretty much all settled in and everything else. I'm hoping to see more from her. She does great videos when she does them. And, of course, everybody knows Santo, or they call him San or Santos, depending on, what you want to call him. From Oz Unmasked, you've got Will from What's Up in the Sky, and you've got Christian from the Olympus Sky. Check any one of these channels out, guys. These guys are phenomenal. These are the ones I think that are doing honest work. So, yeah, check them out, and I think you'll like them. If you haven't checked any of these guys out, especially Amazon and KC, as well as Mark over the Truthseeker, check them out. Doing a great job, and give them a watch. And throw them some love, guys, because, like I said, they are good channels, and I believe they're worthy. All right, so now let's go into this picture, because I want to show you this one particular picture that I went back to Sol 134, as you can see, and I want to prove a point to you guys. Some of the naysayers, and still, I got a friendly challenge for you guys. I'm going to show you some things that are in this picture that clearly look like mechanical or electronic parts. Now, I'm not saying that everything in this picture is electronic or mechanical. There could be any kind of parts. It's just, what I'm saying is it's just like there's a lot of rocks in this picture, but there's also stuff that looks like it's embedded in this rock. And I'm going to show you that because... The first question I'm going to ask anybody who's a naysayer, okay, They say that it's a red planet and it's got a lot of red dust. And I'm willing to agree with that. What I don't understand is, okay, you can see with the picture in front of you, it appears to be all red dust and whatever else. Why is the wheel on the rover in the lower right corner, why is that red as well? It simply doesn't make sense. So they're masking these pictures with these red color. I think what they're doing is they're blurring it and then throwing this red color as well as they're just taking the contrast out of them. There's multiple manipulations they're doing to these pictures. Simple as that. I don't care if you were in a fog that you couldn't see 6 feet in front of your car. If you were to pull over, get outside, lean against put your rear end up against the hood of your car and then look back at the hood, you'll see the color. In other words, it's not going to change colors. I don't care if you're in a sandstorm. It's not going to change colors. The color of that car will stay the same, or your truck, whatever it is. So I don't believe this is how you know they're faking this crap. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So now I'm going to show you what I've got, and I'm going to show you a couple of, you can see where I did snapshots because they're basically like layers. Basically all I did with, well, not all I did, it took quite a bit of work to do this, but just basically strip the color away. In fact, I can show you this right now. I can just show you this, just simple things you can do to get some of this out of here. Just regular auto tone. Right off the bat, you just strip the colors. And then you can just do like simple things like, let's do brightness and contrast. You can bring that weight up, bring this way down, and you've got a lot more detail now in this picture that, look, even the wheel looks normal color. Imagine that. And you've also got other colors here as well. So, and just by doing that, now you can zoom in, and you can see a lot more detail, guys. But I'm going to show you even more detail to this, because you're going to see stuff right here. And although you can see compression marks, and you will, and I don't believe it's all compression marks either, guys. I believe it's the actual manipulation still that I'm trying to filter through or cut through. But you can see just lines right here, faint lines. Look at this. Look at the way this thing comes down, over, and done. But there's actually two, it looks like circuits and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you this stuff. Some crazy things in here. Now, what you can also do is do this. I'm going to back out. And you can do the stuff for yourselves. And you can see right on the right-hand side what I'm doing. Okay, now, let's desaturate. Get rid of any color that's in the picture. Okay, now, well, let's do a little filtering, which would be your blurring. From here, go down to blur, field blur. Okay, it's going to update it. And then we're going to go to approximately about 2, which is the normal. It'll update that. And there you go. So now you're trying to get rid of some of the compression marks as well as some of the any other distortion, if you will. Because the last thing you want to do is have a bunch of, pixelations and everything else, because it doesn't make the picture any clearer. And you can't see these finer details. And it's really going to be even harder to see it in this video because it's such fine details. It's crazy. So anyway, this is basically the way I've got it. And then you can give it one of these. Again, you can do another brightness and contrast and try to bring it out until you get what you want out of it, the details you want out of it, like right down to here. Now, if you notice, you're starting to see two lines right here running along this right here. And they have what it looks like it has pieces right in it. So let me do this. I'm going to just try this for the heck of it. I'm going to try just one more step here. Let's do the equalization. Okay, so that one didn't work out too well. Let's do it this way. Let's see what happens if I do it this right off the bat. Do this. There's many ways you can achieve this, guys. It's just so much of it you can just do to this. It's insane. Let's just do desaturation right off the bat. Let's do, well, keep going over to that one instead. Let's go to the image. Image, go down to brightness and contrast. I mean, there's so many ways you could try to do this to try to get what you want out of the picture. We'll do a blur, which will take about, see all these little spots right here? You'll see a lot of those disappear, and that's what you want to have. And you can just simply, if you really wanted to, you can just do some sharpening, which is right here. And you can bring out, you don't want to go too crazy with the picture because I'm going to show you what's going to happen. Now, I can go real easy with this. Just go a little bit. I'm going to show you what happens. I'm going to do it right over here just for the heck of it. If I keep going with this, watch what happens. I'm not only going to dig through the picture, but I'm going to really dig into the picture. You're going to start to see colors as opposed to black and white. So you know you've dug too deep. And this is what you don't want to do. And you can see it right there. But there's also shapes in there. If you look, there's actual shapes. Now, you can go too deep into this picture and then make a mess out of it. So you don't want to do that. You want to try to bring out the finer details if you can. So, you know. But anyway, I'm going to show you what I've got here. And this is what I come up with. All right. Again, if anybody who's acclimated to Photoshop, you know you can bring this stuff up. I know there's some of you guys are like insane with this stuff. You're like hardcore. So this is what I did right off the bat. Snapshot 1. Boom. There it is right off the bat. Now, I want to show you a couple of things on this side. And you guys get the last word. You know this. Tell me what you guys think. And like I said, I got that friendly challenge to anybody who believes that these are strictly rocks. Okay. Right here, you can see like a bunch of detail. I'm going to use this here, little right here. 90-degree angles. Look at all the little tiny intricate parts sitting right here. There's little intricate parts hidden 1, 2, 3. Now this area's a little dark, so I get that. But look at the way these things come down. Boom, 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. Comes down. They're intricate little parts. These are not. Look at this one here. Comes out, has this little circle, comes down, boom. Even the actual outer shape is accommodating that actual piece. There's a bunch of little things in here that just don't make any sense to me. Now, you can still see some compression marks, but this is what I do. Watch this. I'm going to blur it up a little bit to get rid of some of that. Now, it is blurry. I get that. But it takes away a lot of the compression marks or anything else so you can actually see what the detail is really there. So, again, I'll go back to this step. I'm going to go down to this one. This is insane, too. Check this thing out. It looks like if you were to flip this back around, clockwise or counterclockwise, doesn't matter. This would look like an actual V. But there's a line, and there's another one that is actually the same shape. Now, watch this. Look at this thing. Tell me that is naturally made. Look at that. And it looks like this weird, funky-looking E shape. Come on, man. Come on. Look at this. Look at this thing right next to it. Perfect 90-degree angles. Now, again, I get that these things are distorted, and it's hard to see that because these are such small detail, and they're going out of the way to really block this stuff and really hide it and obscure it from us, so it makes sense. But like I said, I mean, well, that was actually an invert I did, and I've got some different color filtering I do too to try to bring some of it out, and you'll see that in a little bit. This one here is pretty plain. I mean, you can see this right out. I mean, look at it. You can see these little tiny details in this so-called rock. Now, I'm going to go to the top here because I want to show you this. This is pretty cool. Okay. This right here, no matter where you look. Now, I'm not saying, again, these are not all machine parts or electronic parts. I'm not saying that at all. There's plenty. I mean, look at this. Look at this. All stones, little things laying all over the ground. These are a lot of rocks here. Look at this. Bunch of stuff. Now, some of this stuff, it looks different, man. I mean, look at this. You look at this stuff, it actually looks like a giant circuit board or something like that, but that could be anything. And I get that. But check this out. Right here, and I'm going to try to, look at this piece right here. Goes off, goes into a Y shape, goes across, up, over, and then down. Now, I'm going to show you this here. Okay. So what I did was basically blurred and resharpened. I took the sharpen tool and just went over this stuff. Again, you don't want to go too crazy with this because you will take this picture, this thing apart. Now, right here, off, goes up, goes down, over to here, and over. Okay? And then you get this thicker one. I don't know what this is. Goes across and then down. But there's tons of it in this picture, guys. It's all over the place. Check this out. This looks like electronic parts. I'll be all right. Right here. This actually has a hole, and it comes out of that hole and comes up like this, like an archway, like a small archway. But it's not an arch. I believe these are components. This has this rectangular piece, round piece right here, and this is a little piece joining this other piece. Same thing with this one. These are all connected in one way, shape, or form. Now, there's a bunch of stuff right here. Now, I'm going to try to get rid of some of the compression marks and try to just bring this out like this. Look at this stuff. Even if you don't believe any of this, and that could be up in the air, I get that, but not likely compression marks because they'd just be a bunch of perfect squares. And that's not going to happen. But you can see this coming out, and these just pieces are all connected. You can see these little lines. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Boom. Connected to this one. This one's connected. These are all connected in one way, shape, or form. There's this piece right here. Looks like a kind of a shape of a D. And there's something round right in the middle of it. And I'll back out just a little bit because I am at 300%, but check this stuff out, guys. Now, like I said, this is just, whoop, wrong one. This is just regular. Now, if you notice these squares here, watch, they'll change just a little bit because I've taken some of the compression mark out so I can show what's really in the picture. Look at this stuff. Here, again, here's that piece right here going off and going off like this here. There's other pieces that go across. I mean, these things are like interconnected. They're all, it's, oh my God. Just a lot of this stuff. Now, I do invert this to show you guys the brighter areas to see what we can pull out of that too. Okay. Where is this other part here? This is pretty crazy. This right here, this has this, almost looks like some kind of weird tooth, if you will. I mean, it's just long like this here, but it actually has a shape of like a square in it. Perfect shape. Look at that. I'm going to try to zoom in. Of course, you can't go too crazy, but look at this. Perfect shape. And there's another one right here. Now, what these things are, I couldn't tell you, but it is in the picture. You can see that right there. And you can actually see the square to it. It's not a complete square, obviously, because it's a design of some sort, but it's there in the picture. So, you got to ask yourself, what the heck is this stuff? Look at this. 90-degree angles, pieces right here. Look at boom, 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 boom. Look at this. These are not stones. And like I said, my challenge to anybody, I know a lot of people do a lot of rock climbing. They're into all kinds of rocks. Maybe they collect them, so on and so forth. Again, if you guys take your best camera you've got, go out to the wilderness, your rocky area, whatever, take a picture of what you could see just like this. Stuff like this here on rocks. Email it to me at marsanomalies.aol at AOL.com. I'm sorry. So marsanomalies@AOL.com. Show me these pictures. Show me the stuff that you would see on Earth that looks just like this, and I will not only give you credit for showing me, I will say I was wrong. Guys, I stand corrected. I have no problem with that. But you're not going to tell me these are all simply rocks. Now, a lot of this is rock. There's no doubt about it. Everywhere you look, there's a bunch of little rocks. I believe a lot of this stuff is embedded in this rock, and it's definitely, yeah. Check this out. Comes down, goes across. This little hump goes over another little hump or some kind of whatever space or component, and you can see it goes up like this, comes up, curves right here, stops right here. There's another line that runs parallel with it, does the same thing. Another one, same spot, goes over, another one, and this one curls up and goes all the way to the top and has this round circle in the middle of it, like they're connecting circuits of some sort. Okay, let's do the blur and then try to redo this again. Okay, now again, this is blurry. I'm at 300%, and we're trying to cut through this manipulation, so it's really tough to do this. But you can see right. Let me see if I can clear this up right here. Look at this thing right here. It's got like this weird round piece, something coming out of the middle. But look at this: line with a circle, line with a circle, line. There's something there that's some kind of component there as well. Same thing with this one here. There's one that's, picture taking a coin and just sticking it right in the ground. I don't mean flat, like on its edge, right in the ground. It kind of looks like this weird thing right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's like rounded and it's sticking out of the ground. It has these different shapes, look like circuits of some sort. This right here I thought was pretty wild because look at this. See if I can do this right here. Okay. This piece right here, check this thing out. What is that? Now, I can actually do a little more sharpening. See if we can bring out the detail of that a little bit more. What is that? Check this thing out. It actually has what looks like little pieces to it. Like there's something long right here coming down, and it's on top of something else. What is it? God only knows what this thing is. But it's there. Okay, this part here was just insane for me. This was pretty wild. Everywhere you look on here, there's some kind of weird something on this rock. Now, I'm going to scroll down way down to here. This is what I found. This right here, this looks like two circuits running parallel with each other. Look at this. If you look at this part right here, it comes up, has this little component, and it keeps going, and it goes over to here, and goes under here, and so on, and gets lost right in here. It stops right there, terminates right there. There's another one that comes up right here, goes over another component, like a resistor, diode, or whatever, comes over, goes over here, and that gets lost. I don't know where that one goes. But there's some crazy stuff in this picture, guys. Check this out. I just blurred it out so we could try to get rid of any kind of... See, you can see like some of this stuff right here. Right here. Look at this. Round. Boom. Connecting stuff. Look at this. This one comes out, down, over, and down here. Everywhere you look on this particular one has something hidden in it. I'm going to try and enhance it. There's like a box type thing. Everywhere you look at 1, 2, 3. It just has, it looks like components. It doesn't look like a simple rock with a crack in it. You know what I mean? I see that all the time. I see bumps in rocks, cracks, rocks. I see, just the way they're shaped and so on and so forth. And I get that. But this, to me, I'm going to use both filters so you guys can get a better idea. Just the way these things look. They look too intricate to be a simple rock. 1, 2 circles. Look at the way this boom comes over and curves around. They connect. They interconnect with each other. It doesn't make sense to me. So now, okay. Now I'm going to go back down here a little bit more. Check this out. More stuff intertwining. Now, is this electronics? Is it mechanical? Is it, I don't know. Look at this small square, dark square with a round circle in it. See that? More stuff connected, intertwined. I mean, oh my God, guys, this is like insane. Everywhere you look, and I mean every part of this picture because that's not true. Look at this, the way this comes off right here. Now, this is what's pretty wild. See this square right here? It looks like it's lit. See that right there? It actually goes into whatever this is. Watch this. When you invert this, check that out. It's an opening of some sort, and it's perfectly square. What does that in nature? See that? And there's components right here. Some kind of weird circuitry or some kind of goofy thing right here. Now, I'm not sure what this stuff is. Now, I can, look at this. I'm going to just resharpen right here. Just take the sharpen tool to it. I'm at 22%. See if we can bring some of them out of that. Now, unfortunately, you don't want to go too crazy with it, but because they put this, they're trying to obscure it, it's really hard to cut through it, but if you go too crazy with it, you see what happened earlier. I was actually digging into the picture itself and bringing out color. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make something out of the picture that's not. But see, just look at the detail on some of this stuff in here. Okay, so this is the picture. Now, where's that other piece here? There's two of these other, what look like steel parts in there. I want to see if I can find it again. Probably won't be able to find it. Okay, of course you can see the wheel looks normal now. And you can see that right there. Okay. Again, this looks like some kind of weird opening to me. It doesn't look like... See that? And it's perfectly square. Look at the 90-degree angle right there. So there's something in this area. There's no doubt in my mind. And look, even inverting it, look at this. Rectangles. Right here. Another one. Look at the way these things come out. It's like little circuits or little things coming out of this, whatever this stuff is. Look at this. Rectangular pieces right here. Now, if I go back, you can still see that. It's one right there, one right there. Now, the only difference is that's the middle's actually sticking out, and this is, you see in the outer part. See that? But these pieces are in the picture. There's no doubt about it. 90-degree angles. Things just, oh my God. To me, this just screams like intelligently made. I mean, it's just stuff that's laying all over the ground. I'm going to back out just a hair. See, now, when you don't look at the details, you don't really crawl into this thing. Now, this is another one. Check this out. You know, like if you look at your regular push mower, lawn mower, or weed eater, they got like that primer ball. Well, this is what I thought about when I seen this here, because right here, there's got this round piece right here, and it looks like it's got this ball type thing in the middle of that. See that? Right there. Let me do the red one. You can just see it right there. Now, look at the way a lot of these things intertwine and connect. Somehow, some way, there's something connected. This is not something you see in a typical rock laying around. At least for me, I don't think so. I'm missing something here, and I'm trying to figure out where the heck it went. There's something else right there, too. I don't know what this is. Check this out. Looks like some other little round sphere or something like that inside this. See the way this is nice and curved, goes around, curves again, comes down. There's something right there. I don't know what that is. But look at all of these pieces here that are intertwined. Check that out. Boom, boom. Something going straight across it. See that? I mean, guys, give me your take on it. Look at, I mean, this right here was, to me, was just like unreal. Look at this. Perfect. Parallel. And it has, it's not just simple lines because there's actual components or whatever these are in the middle of these. I'm going to call them circuits for lack of a better word. I don't know. But you can see these things are coming out, going across, hooked up to each other. I mean, what is it? Is it something that's just strictly, like I said, I'm going to back out. Let me go back to this one. Right there. There's all kinds of these parts. Now, check this out. You would be none the wiser and see not a thing in this picture. But again, ask yourself why this wheel just happens to be same color as the ground. Why is that? Well, because it's not. It's not the same color, and they're hiding this stuff. And by doing this, it obscures the hell out of it. You can't see anything, and that's the idea. So, guys, I don't want to make this super long. I did want to add a couple things in before I did this video, so I'm not going to make it too long. I'm going to cut it off right here. But as always, like I said, I appreciate you guys watching. And again, I'm going to do this every Wednesday as far as the T-shirts. And like I said, what I'll do is you can either put it in my inbox here on YouTube, or you can send it to my email address. Either way, what I'll do is every Wednesday, I'm going to pick a name, and I'm going to show you guys, even if I make a video or not. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to show you the random name picker, which I showed you online. I got all the names in it, and I'm going to put your name inside the description. I'm going to say this Wednesday's winner is, and this way here, if you haven't seen the video and you happen to see it later, you'll be able to tell. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. I'm sorry it took me so long to come back with another video. I do have more coming up, believe that. And we're going to rock and roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Always appreciated. And I will see you next pick.